All right, this video, I'm going to give you a little more explanation about the $1 million debate challenge. My friends are all freaking out. They're saying, oh my God, how can you afford to lose $1 million, in a stupid debate? And I said, I'm not going to lose $1 million. There won't be a debate. And they're saying, how can you be so sure? I'm saying, because nobody's going to debate me. Nobody's dumb enough to debate me. Okay, that's the whole point. There's not going to be a debate because they won't debate, because they don't have a coherent position. They say, okay, well, explain it to me in the simplest possible terms. And I say, all right, let's start with this. I hand you this flashlight and I ask you to find your ass with it. All right, you can do that. I can do that, but they can't do that. They can't find their ass with a flashlight. They don't know what they're saying. They don't care. They're happy doing what they're doing. All right, well, can you be a little more specific? Sure. I say, look, you're a scientist. You understand the earth. I want you to explain it to me as a scientist. And I want you to use a map. And you can have this one, this flat one, or you can have this round one. Well, they're all going to pick the round one. Why? Because it's more complete. It's more accurate. It's a better map of the earth. Okay, it's essential to know that the earth is round before you start talking about the earth. And then I say, well, good for you. They picked that one. Got that easy question right. Now, how about this one? You're a scientist. All scientists know and understand the genetic code. I want you to explain it to me. And I want you to use your best map. You can have this flat one, or you can have this round one, okay? They all have to pick the flat one. Why? Because the genetic code is flat. It's one-dimensional. It only does one thing. It only maps codons to amino acids. It actually maps nucleotides to amino acids. Okay, well, that's the wrong map. This is the correct map. Okay, they say, oh, this is totally different. These aren't the same thing. I say, you're right, they're not. This map is better than this map. Okay, this map, all a map is coordinates. So you take the earth and you make X coordinates and Y coordinates. And then you put countries in those coordinates. So the United States has a coordinate. Australia has a coordinate. They have coordinates here, and these coordinates translate. So the difference is these coordinates are flat. Okay, they're straight lines. These coordinates are curved lines. All right. Well, this works because there's only two poles, and you can wrap it around, and you can make the x-axis wrap around and be cyclic. Okay, the y-axis, you just have a top and a bottom, no problem. All right, it doesn't work here because this map has four poles. All right, this is a pole here. This is the spades pole. Okay, this is another pole. There's four poles. They're right here. If you try and put that on a flat map, this is the best you can do. Well, these coordinates don't match up, so you got to go to the sphere. It's a round map. The mathematically correct coordinates can only be put on a sphere. This is the mathematically correct map. Just like this is the mathematically correct map. All right, the problem here is all of these countries are in the right place. So their coordinates can translate. All right, these countries are in the wrong place. They just randomly put them out there. Any map, you could rearrange it as many ways as the number of atoms in the universe. They say they're all as good as any either. CCC is always proline. That's all you can do. Well, I can do that too. CCC is proline. I can do the one thing that your map can do, but I can do hundreds, if not thousands, of really cool things that your map can't do. All right. If you don't have the right coordinates, if you don't have the codons in the right place, if you don't even know what a codon is, and they don't, this table has no codons. They can't even logically define their own theory. So they don't. They won't. They won't talk about it. They say, oh, this is unimportant. I'm busy. I'm teaching classes. I've got grants to apply for. I've got tax money that I need to collect from you. All right. So this is bullshit. This has got to stop. They say, oh, well, this is science. You need proof. I just proved. You want more proof? Okay. Here's a machine. This machine has a machine language. This map maps the machine language perfectly. This machine, it operates it. Where's your machine? Show me the machine that your map operates. Where's your machine language? Where's your code? You don't have a code. It's a data table. All right? It's not a code. This is a data table. They don't know the difference between data and information. They don't know what a code is. They don't know information theory. So they won't talk about this. This is not my field. Well, whose field is it? You go to the molecular biologist, not their field. You go to the computer science guy, not my field. You go to the mathematician, not my field. You know, go to the evolutionary biologist, not my field. I don't have time to learn this. The truth is inconvenient. They don't care about the truth. Okay? They care about money and power and status and career. And this doesn't advance it for them. Okay? It's a risk. They can't even acknowledge that they've seen it. They sure as hell aren't going to agree with it. And nobody's going to debate it. Okay? They say, oh, you got to go get peer review. Well, I don't have any peers. I've got thousands of peers that aren't scientists. I can make a peer in 5 minutes. I've probably made a bunch of them with this video. Okay, those are my peers. You're not a peer, you're a priest. Okay? You're not worshiping the truth, you're worshiping Francis Crick. Okay? He's your leader. He's the guy that said it was flat. He said, that's good enough for me. Let's run with it. They all run with it. They all agree that's what they're going to run with. This is fascism. Okay, what's fascism? It's a bundle. Okay, if you're in the bundle, we're cool. Say whatever you want. If you're out of the bundle, we're going to cancel you. We're not going to let you talk. We're not going to platform you. Okay, that's science fascism. That's what science has become. All right, I'm done with this. Okay, I've tried. I was nice. I was patient. I've done this for 25 years. I can't get one scientist, not one. I can get every non-scientist. So I said, screw it. This is a cult. These people are in a cult. Okay? They're insane. They're gibbering idiots and they're shouting down the truth. I said, well, I can find peers. I'll start a cult. I'll call them the peers. All right? You want to be my peer? I'll hand you a flashlight. If you find your ass with it, you're my peer. I don't care if you agree with me or not. But at least discuss it. At least defend your position. All right? They won't do that. You know, you go to these people. One of these guys, I said, he didn't understand what I was saying. I said, okay, you explain it the way you understand it. And he literally said this to me. I am not getting paid to tutor you. I said, dude, I'm not getting paid to tutor you either. But I'm willing to do it in the interest of truth. All right? How about $1 million? What if I give you $1 million? Will you do it? Nope. They're cowards. Okay? They don't care about the truth. They're not brave enough to stand up and say, hey, something's rotten in Denmark. All right, this shit's got to stop, and I'm going to put an end to it. I don't want to do this, but I guess I have to. Okay? If you want to be my peer, I welcome you. We can fight. We can argue. We can be like a married couple. All right? But we're not doing this horse shit anymore. All right? These people have too much money, too much power. Okay? This is COVID. All right? These guys didn't know what they were doing. They invented a dangerous virus. They lied about it. Then they invented a dangerous vaccine. They lied about it. Okay? Then they had all these stupid ass rules about who could go where and say what to whom, and they shut down the debate. Okay, this stuff is real. They say, oh, this isn't important. No, this is the most important thing in science. This is the code of all life. Okay? If you're a biologist and you don't know the genetic code, then you can't find your ass with a flashlight. You at least need to know it's a code. Come on. Make an effort. Grow a pair of balls. All right? So, not only is it the most important, this is the coolest damn thing you'll ever see. Okay? I've never seen anything 1/100th as cool as this. This is fun. All right? You can do thousands of things with this that you never would have believed possible. You can't do anything with this. Every damn thing they say is false. All this does is generate false statements. False, 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 false. And to make them true, all you do is say the opposite. They say, oh, it's simple, linear, and deterministic. I'm saying, no, this is the most complex thing in the universe. This is the most nonlinear thing in the universe. This is based on probability. This is not determined, okay? This is self-writing code. Life wrote this code. All right. It didn't just get here on a spaceship. It didn't just boom magically appear. Okay. This is logic. This is math. This is science. So if you want to be my peer, welcome. If you want to keep being a priest, keep abusing children, keep protecting those who are abusing children, then keep using this damn flat table. All right. The rest of us are going to be out there having fun, doing cool shit and doing some science, and you're just going to be collecting a paycheck. All right. I think some parents need to get upset about this. They're giving their kids false information. This is the Federal Trade Commission should get involved. This is false advertising. All right. They sure as hell shouldn't be getting tax dollars. All right. I don't want my money going towards gibberish, toxic gibberish to children. So let's get this thing right. This is important. Let's get it right.